It's me, Mark, and this is the second episode of My Wonderful Work History. So, with this episode, I'm going to be talking about two more work situations I was in during my working journey. So, I graduated high school in 2011 and went off to college at the St. Leo University. I obviously couldn't work the regular work situation I was doing under my mom at a real estate office, and I also couldn't find a working situation that would work while I was on campus due to me not having my car anymore. So I ended up doing work study at the tutoring center on my campus there. My position was a desk assistant, and unlike the office situation, I was working at the real estate company. I actually did a simple desk job that pretty much the duties were me making sure people checked in for tutoring appointments or signed up for them if they wanted to do it, and also making sure that the people that were already signed up in advance actually got their time to get in, instead of having somebody that was a walk-in go above them before it. So the job was simple, it was easy, nothing too crazy about it, and it was, good and relaxing at the time before they made an adjustment when it came to some of the things that we could do there. So, simple situation, I was able to do it for my first semester. Took the time to study, do my homework, and just listen to music. Because when it got to the night part of it, not too many students were popping up. So, it was simple. Like, I don't think that it could have been any easier. So with that, with the adjustment they made, that kind of ended up taking the fun out of it and made it way more boring than I thought it was when they said we couldn't listen to music anymore. So with it, I was mostly just one earphone in and listening out for anyone that walks in, or just being able to enjoy my time while actually getting paid. So obviously it was one semester. I wasn't able to follow it up on the next semester, and not because they weren't trying to bring me back. It was just like they weren't doing the work study for the next semester. So the second semester at college, I wasn't doing work study. I was smart with the money that obviously I made from work study. Most of it went towards paying my college, which wasn't much, but it was a decent dent to where it's like my debt wasn't insane years later. The rest of the money that I usually got from it was just to make sure that I had food in my dorm, and pretty much that's when I found out like how important Dollar Tree was. Like, Dollar Tree was my Walmart and saving grace. So yeah, with the work study, it was a decent experience. So after my first year at St. Leo, I ended up moving away with my family out to Vegas. So I was in Vegas for a year, and I wasn't able to, again, find a real work situation because my resume, like, I couldn't really find anything that fits, because as soon as they saw my age in the work resume, it was kind of like, nah. So I did end up finding a seasonal work job at the bookstore that was on the campus that I was going to at College of Southern Nevada. So with the seasonal position, it was a little bit longer than what I learned to be more for a seasonal position. It was from December all the way up till February. So they had us come in mostly just to help out, because at that time, that's when the next semester started for the campus. So I mostly was just making sure books were on the floor, helping any students find certain books for their classes, and also helping out with the online orders that were being put in. So it was my first situation of retail. It's best to say that. It wasn't anything too special. Can't say I took too much from it, because it was kind of repetitive. Like, I think like the only difference would be like what would happen when we have no customers in the store compared to the brush we'd have to deal with when it's like the first couple weeks of students coming in. So I think that main thing that I picked up from it was just having patience for the ins and out of working in retail. So I did my hit time from December to February, and obviously when it comes to seasonal work, they sometimes say that they'll bring on somebody full time, but what me and the group of people learned out was that was not the case. They just needed somebody to help out with the rush, and there was like no real interest on bringing anybody back. And it wasn't because like, hey, we weren't good at our jobs or anything like that. They were just like, nah, we're just good with the core that we have in the store already. So it kind of upset a few people. Me, I was, kind of indifferent, because the thing about it is they didn't really tell us like when it was gonna end. So I literally showed up in February, and no, it was, right after like Valentine's Day. So that's how long we were working up to it. I had showed up on the Monday, and they were like, oh, are you here to buy some books for your class and things like that? I'm like, no, I'm here to work. They were like, oh, that's right, we didn't send out the message to everybody that the seasonal work was done. So I was like, that's not professional at all. So yeah, that was like my first situation of being in seasonal work and also being in retail. So it was a different experience. It's best to say that. So it was just something that was good because I was on my campus, so I didn't have to make extra trips of going from home, work, then campus, or home, campus, back home, then back to work. So it was a decent experience. It wasn't the best. That's all I'll say, because even my experience at the College of Southern Nevada wasn't the best, and it made me really wish that the opportunity that I should have maybe gotten to go into UNLV wasn't like stopped due to like some of my credits not transferring over to St. Leo. So I had to be at CSN for, I want to say, a full 2 semesters, because I was trying to get my credits up to where I can possibly transfer over into UNLV. But due to the situations that we'll talk about in the next episode, I would never get that opportunity to go to UNLV. So with that, I'll wrap the episode up with that. Again, the series should be interesting, more perspective on who I am and my work journey, and hopefully everyone will enjoy it, and come back for another episode.